Okay, Thursday morning in the kingdom, and it's sunny and warm. Yes, that sun is so warm, it's confusing the weather network and the weather station in the kingdom. This morning we woke up to minus 29 Celsius, but feels like minus 30. But the sun is warm. I don't have my Grinch gloves on. It's actually warm standing here holding the Me phone on a stick inside the hose shack. Well, I'm outside, okay, in the sunshine. See? Ooh, look, we can do puppets. Look at that. We have talent today. All right, back to regular schedule programming. But feels like, minus 20 Fahrenheit, but feels like minus 22. Lame ass. Also, too, Amazon has my 14th book of my writing career, which is the 4th book of my Winter Road series. Yes! And it tells about the Hollywood gods coming to the kingdom and giving me, the start of my 15 seconds of fame on ice road truckers. Yes! All right, so it's called the Dream Team because we were a bunch of misfits that did adventures and up on the winter road, getting the loads in, okay? And it's free from March 7th to the 11th. 5 days on Amazon, 4 days on Sesame Street. Yes, and that's free as an ebook. Link will be in the description below. Ooh, I'm talking like a YouTube influencer. All right. So yesterday we were plasma cutting. Oh, it's so big. Oh, I can't get it out. All right. So when I disconnected the arrows at the end of the day, I noticed there was moisture in the air hose for the plasma cutter. Yes, the ProPoint 30A+. So we're running the bead dryer. All right. These beads are blue. And when they get wet or moisture absorption, ooh, that's a big word and I'm screwing it up. All right, these things turn pink, which is really helpful when you're colorblind because it's a dark gray and then it'll turn to a light gray. So I have to change out the beads today in the plasma cutter air dryer so it doesn't blow out the nozzle cone foo-foo thing. Yes, we did that when we first got the machine and it made a mess. But that's okay because you can go to Princess Auto and order the parts to correct the situation. Yes. All right. And also too, Princess Auto is shipping to us in 6 days was the last order. That's pretty good at reasonable pricing through the post office. Yes, the Canada Post. Yes. All right. So we got to change the beads today, or we're going to, be ordering more parts. Yes. And the joys of being colorblind, we have to consult with the staff on the colors. Let's back up. There's a little dippy-doo out the hoe shack door. Somebody running the mini hoe made a mess. Oh, wait, that was me. Look at that sunshine. And it's going to be warm today. Too warm for March. Yes, the animals are going to be all confused. They'll fall in love and want to, mate or whatever they call it. Just like Noah and his boat. The animals are lining up 2 by 2. Yes. And then it rained. Yes, we need snow like that. All right, the flags weren't even tangled because it was a windless day yesterday. Yes, look at them in their natural state. All right, so the staff will arrive today. We got to get the 41 Chevy out. That's that one. All right. And we got things to do when she arrives. But I'm going to weld and weld. Oh. Oh, my God. I'm still hurting from all this work 2 days in a row. I should go to Shady Pines retirement and relax and retired. Oh, wait, that's what I am, retired. All right. So there we had hot coals in the stove this morning. Open the door, give it a fluff. And it takes off just for the Swedish kid. So by the end of the day, it's going to be too hot in the shop, and I'll have to open the doors just like yesterday. All right, I better put the Me phone back in before it gets confused because it's supposed to be cold, but it's not. Yes, that's the joys of living at the end of the world. All right, I better go. Here comes the boss. Okay, very successful morning in the kingdom here, and I remember to change out the beads. Yes, so here's the beads I was presenting this morning on the intro. And they are the dark blue, I guess they're called. And then here we have the pink one. So that's a light gray to me. So the reason why we chose this bead dryer, okay, because you can bake these beads. So the staff will take them home. And on a cold evening, she'll start the oven up and bake those beads for 20 minutes. And they turn back to being this color of gray or purple. No, that was blue. Sorry. I'm colorblind. All right. So when I had that piece of shit plasma cutter, they always said it was my air dryer and everything like that that was giving the problems. No, the piece of shit was a piece of junk and it wouldn't work. We had a paper air filter, all the regulators and everything in here. So then when they sent it back from the repair store again, which cost me another $1,000, and they said there was nothing wrong with it, I went and got the best. So I got Sir Rodney to get me all this Milton stuff, and it is a dryer bead blaster, whatever, so that's the best. And then when that plasma cutter acted up last summer, I smacked it numerous times with the mini hoe, and then we bought the Pro Point 30A Plus. Yes, and it's kind of funny, because in the kingdom we have our own lingo. We never talk or call anything by name. The staff is the staff. She's never my daughter. She's never Zena. And John is Johnny, never John, right? And Sir Rodney is never Rodney. He's always Sir Rodney. So this is the only item in the kingdom we call by its actual name, okay? Because we're kind of impressed with this product. All right, let's get to work. Okay, over here at the wood stove, we're burning these fresh killed trees, okay? But they don't burn by themselves, so we mix in this dry wood called lumber, okay, from one of the numerous sheds or buildings we tore down in the kingdom here, part of downsizing, retirement, and working smarter. Work for ourselves and not worry about anybody else, because we don't get paid. So this is giving off a nice heat on the wood stove today. And can you feel that heat, Les Nessman? Okay. Also, too, we got the ramp up. Yes, we didn't use Viagra, we used the come along. And also, too, we have to work safely, okay? The hook wouldn't fit in the hole there, so I put the vice grips on here in case it slid up, because that's the last thing I need is a slip and fall accident or me getting hurt, because then I'd have to sit in the house and drink beer all day to take the pain away. But over here, this is what we got going. All right. So back when we were in business, we had lots of chains and everything like that. So now we're reusing, repurposing, and here's those big sleigh links from the cross chains on the sleighs. So we have the chain welded on here. We don't believe in welding a series of links because the chain is going to break at the first link, and these other chains are welded on. So we put this on here, and now this is the weakest link because we welded it, okay? And also too, on the back side here, we booger welded a little piece of rebar, all right? So I'm not going to lay this ramp down and whatever, start the video. So we're going to do it backwards, okay? Also too, we did the first passes on all this stuff using the Hobart 332nd rod here, which is a smaller one. And then we didn't crank up a big burn in on the 70/18. We just burned it in nice so it had some nice flow and penetration. All right, so let's use the come along and we'll lower this down. So we'll do the video in reverse. So if you're confused, have a drink, because I know I will be. Okay, it seems how we go to Wilderness, Alaska, but in Northern Manitoba, we always have come-alongs or lever hoist and the jackal. So there's no way the lever hoist is going to do a deadlift like that because it's flat, because you have to allow for snow buildup and everything and mud and debris on this ramp. So this should have been higher, but what's the point? We want this low side so we can hand bomb material into this sloop. So we always have the jackal. So the jackal can lift it up, but when the ramp starts going up, it's going to slide. So that's why we booger welded a little piece of rebar on there to keep it from sliding, okay? So once the jackal gets it up to a certain height, then the come along can take over. And when you put the two chains on for safety, and we've set it up for two come alongs to be used or whatever, okay? So I'll do another video when I get it up. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Okay, I was able to use the jackal to get the tailgate up. Yes, without Viagra. And this is the part where the jackal starts to lean because it's going to slide. So that's why we have the rebar down under there to keep it from sliding. We have years of experience with the jackal. Jackals, come-alongs, and tie straps should be offered as a course at the community college because they are quite technical and most people get hurt using them. Okay, so here's the part where the chain hoist can take over. It's an easy lift. Also too, what I'm doing in the shop here and designing this will be totally different in Wilderness, Alaska, but in Northern Manitoba. Because also too, we'll have a cat, we'll have a mini hoe, so you never know, the blade of the cat might be coming underneath the edge here, or the mini hoe can push the tailgate up and stuff like that. So we have to keep all avenues open on how to open and close the tailgate. All right, let's go have some lunch and get ready to do lots of welding after lunch. Okay, coffee time in the kingdom, and I had to give up on the wood stove because I couldn't use the buzz box here, okay, and weld, because the wood stove wasn't putting out any heat. I stocked it up before I went in for lunch, and it just smoldered. I came out, put a fan on it, opened the damper, opened the door, opened the vent, everything, nothing. It's terrible. So I ended up using the gas-powered welder, okay. So that warmed up the shop that I could have the windows open and actually weld this tarred steel here. Okay, we'll just quickly walk to the back here. So the sheet metal and the rebar is welded on, everything on this side. So tomorrow I can take it outside in the sunshine and flip it over and weld it upside down or whatever, okay? And then over here, we started putting the sheets on the sloop part, okay? So they've been buff clean and everything. So now we have to, how to say, weld and beat. I don't know if we can see it, but there's a slight elevation problem here. Can you see that, Les Nessman? Yeah. So we'll have to beat that down or go get the mini loader or the loader to put down. Oh, the mini hoe or the loader to push down on that. But that's just a minor detail because I'm a welder, not a grinder.
Thursday morning in WHO-ville, and it's just after 8:30 a.m. and I'm getting ready to head to work. As you can see, there's not a cloud in the sky right now, but it is kind of chilly out this morning. You can hear it on my feet when I'm stomping around. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, and get to work. 12:30 and I'm just finishing up lunch. I had soup and a sandwich today, something easy and quick. I am helping out grade 3-4 again today. Their teacher showed up, so they just have me shadowing. Plus I was in the grade 5s this morning for an hour or two subbing them as well. Their teacher had some meetings, so that was new for me. I've never been into the grade 5s, but now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, and get to work. 4 o'clock and I just made home from work. It was a pretty good afternoon with the 3-4s. I was just shadow teaching with the new teacher and helping her out wherever she needed. I already got the skidoo out. Now I'll head up and do some shopping and then go over to the Kingdom and see what my dad's up to. Almost 5 o'clock and I just made it back from shopping. For the 2 bags, it was $100, but I had to go to another store as well and grab some more stuff. So that was an extra $100, so it was $200 in total for everything. I wasn't able to fill the water jugs, that's why they're sitting there. The machine was down and I didn't want to wait for them to fix it, so I will just fill the water on Saturday. Now it's time to head to the Kingdom. 5 o'clock and I just made it to the Kingdom and unpacked all the groceries. Now I'll head on down to the shop and see what my dad's up to. I'm pretty sure we are going to back blade the front gate and do a couple other things, but I guess I'll find out. While my dad gets his winter gear on and then starts up Aggie and gets all prepared for what we're going to do, I got the mini out and I'm going to go around by the drags and grab a couple of trees and haul them up to the shop for him. Just got all the trees in front of the shop and I put the mini away. I grabbed whatever I could. Hopefully this will last my dad a day or two. While I was doing that, he was shoveling off the 41 because we're going to get it started. Now I'm down at the front gate waiting for my dad to bring Aggie over. All we're going to do is back blade the front here. That way my dad can get in and out if we need to. Plus the front's looking a little drifted in, so we better do it now before it snows again. 5:30 and we're officially done at the front gate. Just did a quick little back blade to smooth it out and open everything up. My dad was clearing off my trail right here because I go around the gate when I come with the skidoo. Now I'll head on back up and see what else we're doing. Back up at the house now. My dad is parking Aggie down by the shop so he can do a few things on it. Now I'll go and fill up the wagon and the wheelbarrow for my dad and put him back in the shop. 6 o'clock, I just finished filling up the wagon and the wheelbarrow, put it back into the shop where it's nice and warm for my dad. He is outside cutting up all the trees that I just brought up with the mini, so I'll bring him in chunks, then he can cut them down to size. Just after 6 p.m. and I'm officially done in the kingdom, made sure to grab my dog treats. Now I'll head on back into WHO-ville, let the dogs out, and do the weather. Almost 6:30 and I just made home from the kingdom and put the skidoo away. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, and do the weather. 6:30 and this is the temperature we're sitting at today. It's negative 10 degrees Celsius, which is 14 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It's been pretty warm out today, so I don't think I'll get a fire going. It's really warm in the house still, so I'll wait until it cools off. Now it's time to head inside, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, after 6 p.m. and we're done for the day. That's it. I've had enough. This is what, the third day of performing or working hard? My whole body's not used to it. So we got some firewood. So in the morning we'll weld to finish off the front plate here and we'll put the sides on. Yes, we didn't put the sides on because it would make it twice as hard to work on. And then the skid or the sloop goes outside. I got the green toy plugged in so we can start it up and flip this thing over to finish welding it because we don't want it to fall apart when we're on the trip this weekend. Oh, did I say that? Okay, we moved to 41 Chevy for the first time since probably January. Man, I put some more wood in that stove. It's not doing anything. My goodness, lame ass. Oh well. And we have Aggie close to the shop because he has to have a tail for the weekend. Yes, a tail. So if we take him swimming, how are we going to pull him out? He needs a tail. Just a minor detail. So over here, we have the flags. Just look at them. Well, they're kind of in their natural state like they are every night because we live up here where there's hardly any wind in northern Alaska. No, wilderness Alaska, but in northern Manitoba. Oh, golly. I shouldn't have drank so much when I was welding, but I had to get that taste out of my mouth. Okay. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and make a video. Talk to you later.